welcome to the CalMoves channel. I'm back with Airport CEO Alpha 35, and if you're paying close attention, you can see my mouse is hovering over something that shouldn't be there. Or at least it wasn't, but now it is. Because Alpha 35 came out maybe 2-3 days ago, and I noticed about maybe a day, maybe, I can't tell exactly, but it just came out, and that means that I'm going to do a video on it, if you know me and you have seen my previous tutorials. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Here, we have some things that most of them were not supposed to exist before. Yeah, not supposed to exist, definitely. And then we also, let's see what other things, plants, small ferns. We have some comparisons, we have some things that didn't exist, we have some more stuff in here, we have a few new R&D projects. If you're wondering, I'm playing in Sandbox. So, with items, let's go. First, in the terminal, we have the trash can is not new, but now there's a new system for how trash is generated, and people will use the trash can. So if you want less trash on your floors, then put out some trash cans. I'm going to be horrible at that, I guarantee you. Then we have vending machines. We have drinks, and we have foods. They do color them in the colors they show. This one of them's there's a bit of issues with the color symbols. This one's drinks, this one's snacks. Then we have our other terminal things. So here we have a small stair, that's new. Then we have medium stairs. This was the original stairs. Now we also have small stairs. Now here I have 3 elevators. These 2 I haven't messed with. And this one, actually so this one is an example one. Right here you can see it on the second and on second, first, -1, -2. If you're wondering, I have terminal on all 5 floors. Have an entrance in them, so passengers can get on here, 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 and here. But here they can't. So this is an empty shaft. Then on this one, so this is an example. So the way this is working is remove entrance, add entrance, pretty simple. And then this is the base one, nothing's happened to it. So it starts on the floor you put it on and the floor above it, I believe. Seems to be the way it works. So you can extend it up, you can extend it down, you can remove, you can say I want only the bottom 2 floors, and it will always make sure you can't have more than 2 entrances. You can't have less than 2 entrances because that wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, next up, and we have got all the terminal. Actually, no, we haven't. Over here in the specially designed terminal for the terminal section, we have the, at least in my opinion, and according to the dev blog, much weighted upon walk-laters. So these make it faster for passengers and staff and other people who need to get around the terminal. And also, according to them, the passenger satisfaction distance walk, I might be new. So it says it's improved by building efficient airports and using walk-laters. So that's, walk-laters make it faster for just people getting around, and I think they look absolutely cool. Unfortunately, they are not click and drag. Instead, they come in the 3 sizes you see here. We have small, which is 24, we have medium, which is 48, and we have large, which is 72. That's them. It'd be really cool if they could make it click and drag, but they didn't, so have to be used to that. As far as zones, these things go, all of these things actually not desk. All of these have not changed, although the order has changed. They have reorganized. I believe this used to be over here. They have reorganized things. The zones has all the new zones and the old ones. We also have in here, as you can see, we're missing some stuff, and they've also reorganized. So we still have the roads, we still have the vehicle checkpoints, we still have all this stuff, but in the aircraft infrastructure, as you can see, this has got a major rework. We also now have things such as the service vehicle storage and the stops, and things have just got a bit reorganized. Like this used to be over here with some random stuff. Anyway, got reorganized. Conveyor belt system hasn't changed, not even reorganized. That was pretty well organized to begin with. And then with desks. So a big thing with the terminal update is the automation feature of it, and this is where you find most of that. So I also want to show in R&D, one of the projects, obviously, is we have multiple terminal operations, which I'll get to later. We also have, where is it? We have we have something, we have quality, I'm just showing you this ahead of time. We have quality kitchen restaurants, which I'll show you. And then we have automation. So this unlocks the self-check-in desk, automated bag drop, which is the same thing. Could be wrong. I don't think so. And then we have self-boarding gate and automated passport checkpoint. And then we also have self-driving vehicles. Nothing happened, from what I can tell. I don't even know what this does. Just know it's a project that gets unlocked. We also appear to have land expansion. Interesting. Not sure. There's a few of them in here that are confusing me. So we have we have the restaurants. We have, then let's see. Just scroll up slowly again. And that is it, if I remember correctly. So as I said, we have these. We have under desks, we have the normal information desk, we have the normal flight display, we have self-check-in desks. You know what? I was wrong. You need both of these. You need to, this is the small check-in desk, and this is where the one where they can drop off their baggage. But this is self-check-in, so this is what you see at the airport, those small stands. That's this, only it's blue. And this is the bag drop, and I was wrong about them. And then, so you need both of these from what I can tell. Then we also have the self-boarding gate, which I totally neglected to put in here. So put a few in here. As you can see, zones have also been reworked. So now you can see it says secure zone. That's part of it. Also, they have miscellaneous stuff I'll get to later. Excuse me. So these are self-check-in desks. As usual, you can have multiple ones connected to a stand. So you could have 4 for a large stand with a crosswalk. And then we also have, after desk, we have security. So this is entirely new, international. So here we have small, medium, and large security checkpoints. So we have these two. Now we also have this one. From what I can tell, the main differences are larger conveyor belt and an X-ray machine. I'm assuming it just improves your security rating. I mean, yeah, my security rating is going up. Although that could just be because of the operational safety. Then we also have, as you might have seen, or probably seen since I pointed out, we now have international zone. Yay! Terminal update is awesome. Anyway, so we have the passport checkpoint, and we have the automated passport checkpoint that doesn't have a name because I'm sure that something went wrong somewhere in the code. So, get out of this. Back to security. We have this one is 3 wide. You can see here's one right here. These do have queues. They do require a security officer. As you can see, they're want staff. And also, note to everybody, these do not have queues. They don't need any because I believe since they're automated, people should realize, oh, there's no queues. These obviously do have queues, so these do have queues. And then these require I'm assuming one member of staff. Then these are the automated ones. They are unlocked from the automation R&D project, and you need these. These are a lot. I think they're nicer, at least because I like automation, so I don't have to hire annoying staff. So, I'm totally forgetting. I feel like there was a. So the way this works, if I go fix myself, is in here you can see gameplay settings. There's a new setting called Realistic International Stands. So I'm not going to read all this out to you, but it says what it means is by default only large stands will need international zoning, but when you click that and enable it, then any international flight, any flight that is international, like goes from a different country, will need international stands. So, also, it's not compatible with tutorial, and if you enable it while there are flights going, it will probably break a few things. Anyway, back to the game. We have, so that's international. This is all international zone. You do need in and out. As you can see, I have them facing both ways. And the way they work is they have to be approximately half in secure zone, half, at least a small part of them must be in international, and a small part of them must be in just standard secure. And then next we have restaurants and cafes. I believe this already said restaurants and cafes, but now we actually have restaurants. So as you saw in the R&D, we have the project of quality kitchen restaurants. So this allows you to have restaurants such as Bistro Boheme, I can't say that, that like they will, let's see, I don't have any good restaurants. Like Bistro Boheme, they require things such, I'm assuming they're much better paying. Let's see, compare wine and cheese 1,400, Bistro, and they're 5-star, and this is 1-4. Not sure if they're better paying. Yeah, they're not better. Don't think they're better paying, but it's better quality for the passengers, so they'd probably like it more. Yep. So this comes with approximately, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new items. So we have, these are the things that matter. These are the prep stations or something, whatever they call them, cooking station. Then we also have some other, these are like the equivalent of these things that are never actually going to get used. They're just for decoration, sort of. We have food preparing items. We have a stove. We also have a stainless steel counter, which not all the things are showing in the photo, and a sink, which nothing's showing in the photo. Then we also have fridge freezer, and that is not required by any restaurants either. So restaurants also require things such as hedges, plants, chairs, whatever these, armchairs, tables, and modular sofas. I think I covered most of them there. Oh, and also they require cafe counters. just so that people can actually pay. So, after restaurants and cafe, we have an entirely new category, which is airline lounges. So, here's one here. They are required, the room requirements are information desk for your helpless passengers, some buffet tables. I put a bunch in because I didn't nothing. And then you also have to sign an airline. Obviously, you have to sign a contract with the airline, all that. But they can then go to here, and if you're a nice CEO, or if you have any idea what you're doing, you probably will have put some seating in here, because there's no point in an airline lounge if you can't lounge. Anyway, so this is just standard rooms. We have information desk in here and buffet table. No changes to seating that I could find. Modular sofa is still broken, and that's all I could find. And then decorations. We have a few new decorations. Still same plants, still same hedge, still same trees, still same horrible holiday festoon. But we now have flower beds. So just going to bulldoze that because they look a lot more obvious when. So we have red, more red. Then we have, they seem to also fade a bit. Like, it's a lot more obvious when I plant them originally. We have white and we have pink. And then we have airport logos. We had airport logos before, but they were just airport logos. And they were either, I believe, either 2x2 or 1x1. Now we have 1x1, 2x2, and 3x3. And each one is, and you can place these on top of each other. And since they're separate things, like if I take the 3x3, I can't demolish the 1x1 or 2x2. That's helpful. Either way, you can put them on top of each other. They're just logos. They can be rotated. They can go almost anywhere. You can put them on concrete tiles, like these one, at least Alpha 34 you could. I haven't really checked. Like, I could put that. An Alpha 34, you could put them on. You still can. You could put them on those. And you can put them on sidewalks. And you can also put them inside, obviously, as I have demonstrated here. Now, the next one I find an interesting idea, but not developers, so don't ask me. We have 5 different. These are actually by default gray. Not that dark gray, but they're by default a bit darker. But here, if I turn this way, you can see they each have plaques. So we have, first up, we have the bottle. This is a bottle. I don't know why it's a bottle. Next, so these are 5 statues, as I said. They're all just static object to impress, quote. They cost about $1,000 each. Not too bad, but I just find them a bit weird. We have pilot. We have the pilot or something. We have the plane. We have the knot. I'm not sure why they put that in there. Then we have the one thing. We have the thing that you might actually. Well, we have 3 things in here that have to do with an airport. 2 of them have nothing to do with an airport, unless you have the wine and cheese shop. And then last we have a, well, it's just called a vehicle, but I'd say it looks like the baggage cart vehicle. So that's really all in decorations. Obviously templates, there's no templates because you make them. So let's get back into here. So we have, as I said earlier, we have the R&D projects you've already seen. We have, that's mainly what we have. No new, I don't think there's any new contracts. Fees, there's a few new fees. If you can see, we have vending machine markup, which is in a percentage. And then we have, that's probably like, oh, this item costs this much, we're going to mark it up by this much. And then that's all there is actually. It's only vending machines. That's the only thing. And then I'm sure that passengers vending machines now generate passenger income. Of course, no new staff that I can tell. Vehicles, as I said, there is the automated vehicles project, R&D project. I'm not sure what that does. Maybe it will get explained. I haven't looked to see if the latest thing has been, or devlog has come out. So here we have, same as usual, all these. I'm sure there's a few new notifications for it. The tutorial has updated, so if I looked through this earlier, the international airport has updated to show things such as the international zone, I believe. No, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Then we have what this update is named for. Excuse me, terminal area. So you can see I made this into a terminal 1, and you can see if it does, they do merge. They're not like rooms. You can see that merged together. So here you can see this is, I believe, the transit stops, the vehicle depots, and the stands. So you can put this on anything. So this goes over stands, this goes over stops, this all goes over places like, this should go over most of your stuff. So then you can also assign employees. So I believe now employees won't work in an area unless they're assigned to it. So there's available, and then there's assigned. So you can add everybody from passenger service to security to janitor, everybody except, you can even have administrators, which I don't entirely see. You can have everybody except for the construction, which makes sense since they're supposed to be everywhere. So you can add and subtract them. I think this is a great way to say, I only want 3 janitors in this area because it's small, so don't waste your time on it. And you also assign vehicles. Now, I'm going to have to go down here. This is such a big list. We have all the vehicles from fuel to baggage to service to pushbacks. We have shuttle, we have belt, we have large belt, we have stair, catering, de-icing, and aircraft cabin cleaning. I did notice, I'm not sure if this is intentional or not, they did forget the service car. Maybe that was intentional, or maybe not. These are all assigned. So all these things, I believe they'll only work here if you assign them, which adds more. It makes it so that you have to do more work, while at the same time making it so that all your janitors aren't just focusing on one area. So, besides that is, as far as I know, that is about it for this update. If there's anything else that I missed, or I'm being completely crazy, or I don't know, who knows, maybe they're going to deploy another update with it. Anyway, thank you for watching, have a good day, and I'll see you when I start my next Airport CEO series. Goodbye!